All right, another kind of quick topic that we didn't cover before our break is the properties of real numbers. We have talked about them, but we didn't spend a lot of time on them. So I just wanted to make sure you understood these vocabulary words. First, there's the commutative property. That one changes the order. The order changes. Okay, and this property is only for addition and multiplication. All right, so in variables, it would be like saying a plus b is the same as b plus a, or a times b is the same as b times a. Using actual numbers for an example, you would see something like 3 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 3. That's true. 8 is the same as 8. Okay? Or similarly, 3 times 5 is the same as 5 times 3. 15 equals 15. So that's the commutative property. It just kind of changes the order. That's all it does. I think about it like commuting from home to school and then from school to home. The distance is the same. You're just doing it in the opposite direction. All right. And remember, you're welcome to write these notes down. I'm just trying to help you out, I guess. I don't know. All right. Next, we have the associative property. Associative is like associate, who you hang out with. So in this one, the groups change. The parentheses. I always spell parentheses wrong. Change. All right, so in variables, you would have something like this. A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. You can see the group changed. In this one, we're doing this group first, and in that one, we're doing that group first. But for addition and also for multiplication, the associative property works. It doesn't matter what order we do them in, as long as we have the same three numbers. Okay, again, multiplication and addition only. So with numbers, maybe you would have 1 plus 2 plus 3 would be the same as 1 plus 2 plus 3. See how the order of operations kind of sneaks in there? So 3 plus 3 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. It's the same. Okay? This one, 1 times 2 times 3 equals 1 times 2 times 3. Okay? 1 times 2 is 2, times 3 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6, times 1 is 6. So you can see that that stays the same. No problem. That's the associative property. The group changes, the parentheses. The distributive property you guys all do well on. It's kind of like a combination of multiplication and addition. And you could even see it like this and distribute backwards. That's okay too. That works both ways. BA is the same as AB because that's that commutative property. You can see they're in a different order, but it still works. Okay? So the distributive property kind of makes you multiply. That's the operation that goes with it. Okay? Next, the identity. Sorry. The identity, the way I describe it is it gives you back the same number. Oops. So there are two different ones. There's an additive identity, which would be let me think of an example, like A plus 0, okay? And there's a multiplicative identity, 1 times 0. Well, what is A plus 0? It equals A. Anything you add 0 to, it equals A. Anything you multiply by 1 equals itself also. So the identity is the number that gives you back what you put in. So the additive identity is 0, and the multiplicative identity is 1. Just a vocabulary word you might want to know. Okay. Inverse is whatever number you add or multiply by to give back the identity. So this is the opposite. And when you're talking about addition, it makes a lot of sense. So if your number is a, then the inverse is negative a. Okay. Similarly, if you had negative a, the inverse would be positive a. So negative 3 and 3, those are inverses. For multiplying, though, it's the reciprocal. So if you have a, hold on, let me make this look nice. This is addition. For multiplying, I should say multiplying. It's kind of weird. Okay. For multiplying, if you had a, the inverse would be 1 over a. Okay? Or if you had 1 over a, the inverse would be a. Because if you multiplied those, a times 1 over a, you would get 1. So just for you to remember, the inverse is the opposite. Okay? And lastly is the multiplicative property of 0, and that one's fairly simple. If you multiply by 0, it equals 0. So 0 times a equals 0. That's it. The property of 0 means that if you multiply by 0, you get 0. All right. Hopefully I didn't do that too fast and confuse you. Have a great day.